Well, and the problem is the contrast between Bloomberg and Paul Harvey is really a contrast of world systems. I mean, the Mike Bloombergs believe in the socialist collective. They don't believe in individual liberty. The American farmer has to believe in individual liberty. You've got to have that liberty or you can't grow the food. And that leads us to your new book, which is Arguing with Socialists, where you contrast two world systems. I love the book. I'm so glad that you brought it out. What was your motivation to write it?
I think we are looking at a generation. I mean, think about it this way, Kevin, that if you are 25 years old, you were born, if it was this week or last week, right during the Oklahoma City bombing. So that's where your America begins. You don't even remember that America, but that's what, for us who are older, that wasn't the America that we grew up in. That there was a huge change there. And so your first memory is 9/11, really, probably. And you might remember war. You might remember economic instability, fear. Then your next big event is 2008, where maybe mom and dad lost the house, lost their job, lost their savings. You had fear again. You saw the big banks get bailed out, corruption. Then you just went through this horrible debate back and forth with politics. And then your next big event is COVID-19, where we shut down the country and businesses are going out. Maybe mom and dad are going to lose everything. You're 25 years old. You've never seen this work.
Oh.
You look at it from that perspective, and who would like capitalism?
No,
but the problem is, it's not capitalism. We haven't done the free market in forever. We are less free in business than they are in the blessed Sweden. And blessed Sweden is not socialist. They even say that. The prime minister came out and said that.
So they tried it.
What we did is, yes, it did. And they were one of the only ones that didn't have to leave through revolution because they're Swedes. So they didn't have a revolution to get rid of socialism. That's a rare thing, as rare as us finding freedom and then holding on to it in the 1700s. It's very rare.
No, you're right.
We are sitting here at a time where you have to look at the free market and you have to say, there's real problems because it's not a free market. Government is picking and choosing winners and losers, and those businesses are getting into bed with the government. Big tech is the biggest example right now, where they're looking for authoritative truth. What the heck does that even mean? Authoritative truth? That should scare everybody to the bone when you have high tech that's controlling all of the news. And then you have government saying, nope, this is the authoritative answer, and you will protect it and make sure you silence any voices. That's terrifying.
Well, and that's what we're seeing
so
with
we
COVID-19.
See this. Go ahead.
That's exactly what we're seeing with COVID-19, is we're seeing government and big tech coming together. When I first picked up the book, I thought, hey, wait, Glenn wrote this years ago. And I saw the title, Arguing with Socialists. And I went to my bookshelf, and actually you wrote Arguing with Idiots a couple of years ago, and I thought, well, maybe it's a companion book. Is it a No, it's actually new information, and it's really, really powerful because it does something important. Now, in the Economic War Room, as you know, our purpose here is to help one generation pass on liberty to the next generation. And that's what we do with every show. We try and give ways to do it. You've given a whole book that grandparents and parents can pick up, they can read for themselves, improve their arguments for liberty, and then they could give it as a perfect graduation gift. Hey, read this. And I love it because it's simple, it's easy to read, it's fun, it's got little sidebars and little notes and fun facts, all the things that young people talk, the way they talk in their language, and you just completely destroy the lies and the arguments of the Bernie Sanders and the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortezes.